U.S. senators have reportedly reached a bipartisan agreement that would resume federal funding and bring an end to the record 40-day shutdown that paralyzed most government operations. U.S. media are reporting the government shutdown may be nearing an end as Senate Democrats agreed to back a stopgap measure to fund the government through January. American lawmakers had earlier been working towards an agreement on a stopgap measure that would fund the government through January, plus 3 spending measures that would fund programs for veterans, food aid, and certain agencies for most of the year of 2026. For more, we're joined by Simon Marks from Washington, D.C. Simon, help us flesh out these reports. What exactly has been agreed upon, what programs will be funded, and how close are we to seeing the U.S. government reopen in a record day of 40 days?
Well, Grace, we're certainly not close to an imminent reopening of the American government. Where we are tonight, right now in Washington, D.C., is on the sharpest possible knife edge you can imagine. The Republicans have spent the weekend keeping the Senate open, engaged in negotiations with the Democrats. They believe they have peeled enough Democrats away from the party's grandees in order to begin the process of perhaps reopening the government. But first, they're putting it to a test. There is literally a test vote taking place right now in the United States Senate. The Republicans need 60 votes to have a level of comfort with the possibility of then taking this compromise agreement with those wavering Democrats to the next stage. Right now, they have 59 votes. 99 senators have cast their ballot. One senator, Texas Senator John Cornyn, a Republican, has not yet voted, and no one even seems clear where he is, whether he's in the building up there on Capitol Hill, whether he's on his way back to Washington. It is very unclear. The presumption is that John Cornyn, a Republican, will vote in favor of this agreement, but it's not absolutely a given because he's a bit of an independent thinker. But if he does vote for it and this test measure passes, that will then at least allow the Republicans to begin the process of trying to get the government reopened. It is not clear that the Democrats who are backing this proposal have won many concessions from the Republicans. Certainly, there is an agreement apparently on the table to hold a vote in December on extending government subsidies for Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. But that vote will almost certainly go down to defeat. And the Democrats, frankly, could have extracted that concession from the Republicans weeks ago. The other concession that the government appears to have made is that all of the federal workers who have been fired, not just the ones that have been furloughed, but the ones that have been fired by Donald Trump since the start of this government shutdown, will be allowed to return to work. But it's on a complete knife edge right now. We still can't predict exactly which way it goes. And even if the Republicans get those 60 votes, there are potentially days of negotiations and parliamentary work that has to take place before the government can reopen, and during those days, and this is already apparent up there on Capitol Hill, the Democratic Party is beginning to tear itself apart over the capitulation by 8 Democrats who have backed this move by the Republicans. Real civil war beginning among Democrats over the agreement of those 8 party members to cross the aisle and vote with Republicans. So very uncertain minutes, hours, and days lie ahead.
A real civil war that will make this situation more volatile. Thank you. That was Simon Marks reporting from Washington, D.C.